Hey everybody, I am back. I've been gone for a couple of days, and that's because I do work on the side. I am a nurse slash somebody that also works at the hospital who draws blood on a daily. So I still have my CNA license. Actually, after all these years, I still have it, as well as just like I repeated, I draw and take blood. So I'm the person that does a collection on your blood, whether you're a baby or a older adult. So I have been very busy taking care of you all or somebody that you know. And I just been trying to make time to get to these videos. And get to these videos I am because I feel like I have a lot to talk about. I am so glad to be here with you all. I am Famika Capricorn. Nice to meet you. And this is Topics and Conversations. And I would like to start off, of course. You're going to see my thumbnail once I upload the video about the thing about people like a Kim Burrell. Before I even start this video, I want to be able to say what I want to say. The thing about people like a Kim Burrell is they think they can always pray something away and make it go away fast because of the power of the kind of prayer that they use. But when it comes to them needing your money, that of course is going to take time because that's something that they're not going to pray away or want to go away in a fast manner. No, they want to be able to collect everything from you financially over time. But when it comes to monsters like a R.kelly or a P. Diddy, as she's about to divulge on in her own way that she know how, then you will understand why I feel the way I feel, because I have been in a situation where, like I say, if you have seen any of my videos or know I haven't completely told my story. Of course, I'm going to eventually make a story time that will be about me getting to know me more and being somebody that was an SA victim, and people not believing me, even my own mother, and people thinking that by me going to church that would hurry me getting over the situation rather than them helping me to seek therapy that way so I can feel like I have someone to talk to and that can help be relatable in my situation to help me cope mentally and emotionally. And so here we go with that. And then I'm going to break it down also about why would you support these entities like this. So let's proceed. And I may cut in between the video to say something.
Diddy and Kelly, who are being stars in front of the world. They may have their details and whatever the news or whatever may reveal. They're my brothers. What are some things?
And I'm trying to understand, how are they your brothers? Are they your brothers in God and Christ? Because if they were, where were you when they were out here freak nicking and freak offing and doing the things that they were doing? Like, where were you when R. Kelly even says that I and I'm just not verbatim hypothesizing, did he not try to go to somebody? Like, I mean, of course, he wouldn't have reached out to you because he wouldn't have known to do those things, but you were around just like all of us. And I'm younger, so of course, it wouldn't have been nothing I could do. But you're older, so because they are your brothers in Christ or your brothers, as you will put it in hot quotations, um, where were you to reach out to them? Where was the phone call? Where was the prayer warriors? I'll continue.
Things that like you continue to want to unlearn for yourself and things that you may want others to unlearn as well.
How to remember the bad.
You can't unlearn a behavior you chose to participate in for years. They were grown when they started, and they were grown when they got caught, and when they had a chance to divert and not do it, they continued to do it and got worse about it. So the fact that we're using words like unlearn is very triggering to me. Very triggering.
I unlearn how to remember what I have considered to be bad, especially about myself, and to correct it.
And when you say what you consider to be bad, to me that almost says you unlearn what's bad to consider. It's like you refusing to take accountability then about any bad that you may have done against somebody.
Under the light of God to see how he feels about that. And then hopefully people will learn how to forgive fast. What has really put me there, and if I can just be transparent, in the world of music, while they're being stars, people like Diddy.
Girl, hush. Ain't nobody finna forgive nobody fast and overnight after being assaulted, and the innocent part about them has been scraped away, like literally torn away. You are a different person when somebody does something heinous against you or takes a part of you forcefully without your consent. You are ignorant and dumb for saying this. And you need to be educated and talk to people that have went through this so you can understand why forgiving somebody fast does not work. Because if this happened to you or your daughter or a woman in your family, you wouldn't want to do it. Or would you? Would you tell somebody to get over it fast because you only got so long that you want to deal with it?
And Kelly, who are being stars in front of the world, they may have their details and whatever the news or whatever may reveal. They're my brothers before all of that happens. And I don't know how to detach from my love for them. And
what you mean you don't know how to detach of your love for them? Like, you haven't shown any support out loud about these men. Maybe you have, and I haven't paid attention. And you have not tried to, like I say, when you was hearing about them in the presses years ago, up until the time of them leading up to their convictions individually, you wasn't reaching out then. You wasn't sending your pro warriors out. You wasn't sending men of the church to go talk to them. So what were you doing? Where were you?
And waiting for a better day.
Maybe if they would have tied it to you, then you probably would have done more, right? Because I know y'all have a certain dollar amount.
I don't wish to see any punishment continue, especially when a person has already, dealt with the repercussions of their.
So she don't want to see them continually being punished over and over again. She don't want to see them face accountability for their actions. She wants it to be over with and for them to be left alone so she can take them under her bosom. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Somebody that they have assaulted people and have done things, unconscionable things over and over again. And then you're talking about you don't want to see them go through something over and over again. What do you think purgatory and HELL is going to be like? It's going to be repetitive.
I'm not the law. I'm just saying that I want people to unlearn how to remember a bad thing over and over and over again. To remember that when they have committed what has been considered bad, maybe they call it bad or somebody else did, they realize that they're better than that. And I just want the world to remember that people are remembering their bad to live out of it. Who wants to stay in that place all the time? But I've learned how to just kind of embrace it all in one big swing and not judge how people judge me. I have a new saying, and hopefully others will kind of coin it a bit. It's, don't bother hating me because I already love you.
Oh, girl, it's gonna be all right, Tink Tink. That that's how y'all want to counter it, knowing that if y'all talk a different language when you're confronted with that. So let's go on to R. Kelly is serving a combined 31-year prison sentence following convictions in 2021 for federal racketeering and trafficking, and in 2022 for producing child pictures. These convictions, stemming from a decades-long pattern of wrongdoing, targeting young women and girls, resulted in his incarceration at FCI Butner Medium 1. 2021 conviction, New York. Kelly was found guilty of racketeering violations of the Mann Act, which involved transporting victims across state lines for inappropriate purposes, as detailed in the article. He was convicted of child evil pictures and enticement charges in 2022. His sentence resulted in 31 years, running concurrently and other consecutively. And it says here, his actions were described by federal prosecutors as a long-term scheme to lure and abuse young people. The evidence of the trial included the testimony of 45 government witnesses, including more than 10 victims, 5 of whom are named in the superseding indictment. Testimony from employees of the defendant, text messages, video, audio recordings, photographs, phone and travel records, DNA evidence, and expert witnesses. As we know, Rashana Landfair has come forward also to finally speak out. She is a young lady that was in the infamous videotape with R. Kelly, the one where he was sitting in the chair, sitting in the little spa room or whatever that shower room, positioning himself to make sure the video was just right for whatever he was about to divulge in. Are you hearing this, Kim? Like, yeah, okay. So Kelly issued rules that many of his participant partners were required to follow, including that the women and girls were to call him daddy. You hear that, Kim? They were not permitted to leave their rooms to eat or visit the bathroom without receiving his permission. So he's doing something over and over again, Kim, that is against women's will. They were required to wear baggy clothing when not accompanying Kelly to an event. And they were directed to keep their heads down and not look at or speak to other men. Kelly also isolated the women and girls from their friends and family and made them dependent on him for their financial well-being. He required the victims to engage in intimate illegal acts with him and others, and recorded many intimate illegal encounters. And then the Racketeering Act 1 is bribery. Kelly bribed a state employee to create an identification card for Jane Doe number 1, then 15 years old, so that Kelly could marry Jane Doe number 1 because he believed she was pregnant and therefore the marriage could keep him out of jail. Racketeering Acts 2, 7 and 10. Illegal intimate act exploitation of a child. Jane Doe number 2, Jane Doe number 4, and Jane Doe number 5. Kelly coerced Jane Doe number 2 and Jane Doe number 4 and Jane Doe number 5 to engage in illegal, intimate, explicit conduct for the purpose of producing video recordings over the course of decades. He did this over and over again, Kim. So when you say you don't think somebody should go through something over and over again of being accountable and reminded of their wrongdoing, he sent these girls through illegal intimate acts over and over again, and he recorded the acts over and over again, Kim. He made these recordings and other recordings of the intimate, illegal, explicit conduct using VHS video cameras, Canon cam recorders, iPhones, and iPads. Such videos constituted child evil picture takings. This the photography, illegal photography of kids, underage minors. Jane Doe number 5 and Jane Doe number 6, Kelly used the threat of physical harm and physical restraint to ensure that his victims, including Jane Doe number 4, 5, and 6, perform illegal intimate acts at his command. As to Jane Doe number 4, he slapped her, choked her, and spit on her before demanding she gave him below the waist intimate act. As to Jane Doe number 5, over a period of years, he spanked her, viciously assaulted her, confined her to a room or a bus for prolonged periods of time, including days, and otherwise manipulated her to ensure that she would perform for him intimately, including with other women and men. As to Jane Doe number 6, he forced her to give him below the waist intimate act while there was a pum within his reach. Racketeering Acts 5 and 9, Mann Act violations, Jane Doe number 4 and Jane Doe number 5. Between 2009 of May and January 2010, Kelly regularly spoke with Jane Doe number 4 over the phone to arrange for Jane Doe number 4 to come to his residence in Olympia Fields for the purpose of illegal intimate acts. And I'm going to stop there because it kind of goes on and on where he transmitted them the STDs and all this other stuff. And I'm going to skip to Diddy, where he pretty much did the same thing. And I'm not going to go through the convulsions of it, but we know that he was involved in freak-offs and physical violence. We saw the videotape of him assaulting Cassie in a hotel room, and including kidnapping and arson. And these are acts that he repeated with her over and over again, Miss Burrell. So when you feel like you want to have an opinion about saying things like you don't think they should go through something or be reminded that they are accountable and have to be accountable for their evil and wrongdoing, this is whether somebody was a participant or not. You still have the free will to not do wrong against others and hold them against their will. Even if they said this, why would you continue to entertain a woman if she is continually saying that this is not what she wants? And for you to look at it like you want to be able to support them, well, support them. Nobody's stopping them. Nobody's stopping you from doing what you're going to do, regardless of a situation. But do not fix your mouth to then say that you don't feel like they should be held accountable for their wrong and evil doing. Because yes, ma'am, they do deserve to be held accountable for everything that they did against anybody that was wrong at that time and that was criminal. You just said that you wasn't the law, yet you spoke in the place of somebody that's in a law or God position. Yet you wasn't there and you didn't send anybody there to try to intervene with anything that you saw. It's only after the fact that you want to speak on something that you have no place to speak on because you don't understand what the victims that were involved with these two are going through and continue to go through every day. And that's on a day-to-day, on and on again basis, something that you cannot cure. And that's like literally all I have to say about this, about her, because she obviously has no clue of what it is to be a person who's been violated over and over again, and then try to tell them that they need to get over it quick. Like it's a quick fix. And the old saying, like you think you can pray it away and it's just going to go away like that. And it's not going to be nothing to it. It takes therapy and it takes healing and it takes time. And it's not an overnighter like FedEx, ma'am. So please make sure you educate yourself before you speak on terms like this. Okay, bye. Get off my screen. Next.
Ain't no saying I hollered at him. You young bitches walk around this motherfucker half naked with your bras and titties missing. I mean, your bras missing and see-through shirts. You damn right I want to put my in your young.
Oh, that's about as far as I could go because he is a registered situation ready to happen. This is something that was on Instagram. And let me get him off the screen too. Oh my God, he can't even talk straight without every other syllable being a bad word. Goodness, Kim, can you help him? I mean, you say you feel like somebody should go through something over and over again when he continuously is cursing, and I just maybe thought that maybe you could help with the situation. If you're not too busy, even though he just said he wouldn't even choose anybody like you. He too busy looking for your niece or your youngest daughter. So he's too busy, tongue blue, look like he just got through sucking down a bunch of blue pills. And he wanted to get on here and disrespect women because obviously none of them want them. I would never at my age ever look at that as something that I would want to be with or see myself with. If anything, if you see that man coming, please call 911 or your uncle or the nearest, your uncle, your brother, your dad. Somebody of a male entity that is close to you that loves you enough to protect you, to keep a predator like that away from you, because he can't even get the words out his mouth correctly without sounding like the monster that he is. And if you ever encounter him on any basis, please hide your daughters, your wives, anybody that's a woman. Please keep them away from this man. He sounds very angry, very like incel like. And yeah, you should protect yourself against that at all costs. But yes, y'all, this is the first video. I will be back with another one. I'm trying to decide which one. With the Evelyn situation, I think I'm going to be back with the Evelyn situation because that is everything to me. That one is going to be good. It's about, how when you're your daughter's best friend, but you neglect to teach her life lesson. Yeah, that's that situation. But in the meantime, I will see you guys later. And have a good night. See you soon or in a few minutes. Bye.